ladies and gentlemen on YouTube. My name is Robert Serrano Jr., and I am the natural born thriller. Because I'm the natural and I'm born to be the thriller. Also, the good boy gone bad, living a bad and dangerous life off the wall. And if you don't like it, beat it, because no one wants to be defeated. I'm just saying. So, welcome everyone to this WWE SmackDown and 205 live review. The show from January January 30th, 2018. What's going on, Kingdom? I mean, Kingdom. Where I get that from? My apologies. King Rex. Um, Ava Do, Ava Kondo is the devil. I don't know what the Ava Kondo is, but good to know. Thanks for that information, King Rex. How you doing, by the way? Are you ready for this review? Because I am. Um, let me also do this. You're trolling. Okay, I got you. You're trolling. Good. All right, so let's get to this. Before we get started, the first thing I'm gonna start off first is this. Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, this will be the first thing I'm gonna talk about. WWE SmackDown Live Review, the show from January 30th, 2018. All right, now we can start this review. And after SmackDown, I'll get to you all when it comes to 205 Live. All right, because a lot happened on 205 Live, so I'll get to it when we get to it. So let's get started here. When it comes to your commentators for SmackDown, about they're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So basically, for the last 4 nights for WWE, when it came to Takeover, Royal Rumble, Raw, and for SmackDown, and I'll also going to include 205 Live as well, where they're the same place, the same arena of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So let's get to it. So yeah, commentators Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. King Rex. Quick question: did you see the new Raw graphics? Actually, I did. I didn't get to mention it on my review last night, but yeah, they did a new graphic. Even though it's the same logo, but they did a new graphic basically. So, um, I thought it was cool. You know, the way they on the way they made it look. You know, not got not much to say about that, but yeah, I thought it was alright. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Don't know why they did it, but maybe they start new, starting off fresh after the Raw 25 show, which it was garbage. But whatever. Um, let's get to the first hour for SmackDown. Um, it looks like KFC. Holy, wow! You're right. It does. How original WWE? Not really. Since when they ever been original, you know. But whatever. But let's get to this. But yeah, you know what? When it comes to WWE, it doesn't surprise me. Their sponsorships are from KFC, so it wouldn't surprise me that KFC, you know, allow them to do that logo. So, but whatever. The first hour started off with Shinsuke Nakamura, the winner of the 2018 Royal Rumble match. That's all you haters. Yeah, haters know who I'm talking about. So Shinsuke doing his entrance. I was loving it. The crowds were loving it. They were doing the sing along of Nakamura's theme music. So all of a sudden Shinsuke gets the mic. He's gonna cut a promo because he wants basically this is his night, his celebration, his moment to talk about that he won the Rumble, and we get a loud Nakamura chants, by the way. the entire crowd were chanting for Nakamura, and to me, it's music to my ears. No point intended there. When it comes to Nakamura's music, when it comes to WWE fans out there, singing, just doing the sing along. But to me, it's music to my ears because this is finally one of the first steps of WWE to give Nakamura that to rewrite the wrongs from 2017. Because I was miserable with WWE the way they was treating Nakamura in 2017 ever since he made his debut to the main roster. I mean, first the main roster on his debut, it was alright. It was on good hands. But then as everything will start moving on for months and then it started going down from there. When it comes to Ziggler, Corbin, when it came to not especially Jinder Mahal, that alone was fucking bullshit. But other than that, let's get to this. So Nakamura, he cuts a promo. He says, at the Royal Rumble, he talks about how Sami Zayn, what Nakamura's knee to Sami Zayn's face, and then he says same thing to John Cena. The crowd booed John Cena when Nakamura mentioned his name. That tells you right there, Cena is still not popular, still not over. Don't give a fuck what anyone says. John Cena is garbage. Why do the fans keep saying that he sucks for the last 10 plus years? And basically, that Nakamura says no, need to face. And all of a sudden, he mentions Roman Reigns' name, and as soon as he mentions his name, loud boos from the crowds. And that tells you right there that Roman Reigns is not being liked by the WWE fans, especially after they also booed John Cena's name too. What'd you say? King Rex. I like him though. You mean Roman Reigns or John Cena? I'm assuming you think Roman Reigns because I think you want Roman Reigns to win the Rumble, right? Unless I was thinking about someone else, but King Rex, Cena. Okay. More power to you then. Roman Reigns. You said no. Okay, no to Roman Reigns then. Wait. But yeah, Nakamura, he said need to face to those who he eliminated from the Rumble. Sami Zayn, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Basically, Nakamura kept saying need to face, and Nakamura says that he's gonna face AJ Styles at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. I wanted Nakamura to win the Rumble. Oh, well, right choice there, by the way. Right choice. I'm just saying, but I don't care if you guys pick your own favorites. To me, my personal opinion, Nakamura was the right guy to win, anyways. But yeah, and Nakamura, he points to and by the way, folks, get ready for this. It's going to be the thing when it comes to every year when they do this. Now I can't remember the last time they started. I actually don't remember when they started doing this. I'm assuming it's during back in WrestleMania. During around the time when they did WrestleMania 25 or WrestleMania 24. When it comes to the WrestleMania sign, get used to it because this is going to be the theme for WWE when it comes to Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, any other wrestling events when it comes to WWE. They're always going to point at the WrestleMania sign. I'm going there. Look, I'm going there. I'm going to WrestleMania. That's going to be annoying. So get ready for that annoyance, folks. And yeah, when it comes to Nakamura doing that, I'm cool with Nakamura for doing that. Just as long as he doesn't overdo it, that's the problem. When WWE wrestlers do this, overdo the point to the WrestleMania sign, like for example, Ronda Rousey, she was overdoing the point sign to WrestleMania at Royal Rumble. I thought that was annoying. Actually, I always think it's annoying, but when you do it, we keep doing it every time. Like okay, we get it. It's all about WrestleMania. You're going to WrestleMania. You want to go to WrestleMania. That's fine. Stop doing the pointing to the sign. It's annoying. But I don't know how you guys feel about that. By the way, when you see WWE wrestlers pointing at on the WrestleMania sign, that to me I can't stand that. King Rex, who should our Ronda face? Well, the rumor is it's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, because they want to do the battle of the four horsewomen's. What comes to the WWE's four horsewomen, and the UFC four horsewomen. And yeah, I keep doing this because horsemen. Um, but anyways, so Nakamura basically said what he needed to say, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn comes out. They come out here and they complain about the what happened at Royal Rumble, where they had AJ Styles beat, and they told Nakamura that he's not gonna be facing AJ Styles because they want, because they you know because they're gonna try to lose the ways to get back into the WWE title picture. And Sami Zayn kept saying yep, and then Kevin Owens at one point started saying yep, and then Sami Zayn was being annoyed with the yep, and he started moving around doing yep and everything, and like, okay. So then Nakamura said to to Owens and Zayn that they're losers. Basically, Nakamura says he's facing AJ, and you guys are losers. So Owens and Zayn was going to beat up Nakamura. All of a sudden, AJ Styles comes out. AJ Styles comes out and basically tells Owens and Zayn stop crying and complaining about it. They they should have got you guys should have had the job done, but you didn't, and all that. Yep, movement is over. Yeah, I know. Yep, movement is over. Um, so basically, AJ Styles saying that he's going to face Nakamura. It's going to be a dream match. But he says, well, let's turn the dream match to a dream team. Basically, AJ Styles talking to Nakamura. And by the way, AJ Styles still your WWE champion. So basically, AJ Styles is making a match. And like Sam said, wait a minute, he's not a general manager. He's not the commissioner. How's he making the match? So Owens is saying they leave the ring, and then all of a sudden they come back, and they start saying, basically, you say you want a match, and basically they said nope. So Nakamura and Styles, they took a cheap shot to Nakamura and Styles took a cheap shot to Owens and Zayn. I meant to say. Yeah, and that was the segment. So we get to the next segment. We get Daniel Bryan. He's basically backstage. He's texting or maybe playing Candy Crush or whatever. And he's been confirmed by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And Owens and Zayn are complaining about how AJ Styles is going to make the match. He doesn't own the show. And then Daniel Bryan says, well, you're right. He does, and he said the match is not. It's not going to be made by him. It's going to be made by Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan made the match official. So we're going to get AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for later on. But then all of a sudden, Owens and Zayn talking about to Daniel Bryan about it was an injustice what happened at Royal Rumble where the referee screwed over Owens and Zayn, and Jim McMahon didn't do nothing about it. So Daniel Bryan says, well, I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to be number contenders again. But this time it's going to be for next week, by the way. So next week's match is going to be set up where it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, which was made by Daniel Bryan. And the winner between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for next week's SmackDown will face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Fastlane. And whoever wins at Fastlane will go to face Nakamura at WrestleMania. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, AJ Styles is going to win. Wait, were you second, Rex? I saw a comment there. Zayn should win. I agree. But either way, and I'm actually picking Sami Zayn to win. But if Kevin Owens win, I wouldn't mind. At the end of the day, we got a main event match set up for SmackDown's pay-per-view Fastlane. Either it's going to be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, which is obviously going to be a great match, or another great match that's going to be set up. Whoever wins. But either way, Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles for the championship. It doesn't matter who wins between Styles and Owens. In my opinion, doesn't matter who wins between those two. Yeah, I would prefer. I would actually prefer Sami Zayn, like you said, King Rex. But yeah, either way, we're winners in either way. And it's going to be for the championship. AJ Styles going to defend his title. It's going to be against either Owens and Zayn or Zayn, and then I can't wait for that match. first we had to go to Raw's pay-per-view, which is Elimination Chamber. But now let's move on to the first match. We get to a fatal four-way number one contendership match. It's between Kofi Kingston from the New Day. He's being accompanied at ringside. Big E and Xavier Woods are at ringside. With their pancakes. Versus Rusev, versus Zack Ryder, versus Jinder Mahal. And I should point out too, accompanied by Rusev is in English, and accompanied by Jinder Mahal is Samuel Singh. So the other Singh brother is one who's hurt. I don't remember his name, but who cares? But basically, you got Big E, Xavier Woods in English, and Samuel Singh at ringside. While you got Bobby Roode as your commentator, who is also the WWE United States champion. So I think I've mentioned this is a fatal four-way no one contendership match to face the WWE United States champion for next week's SmackDown. And 8. So many people watching. What do you mean so many people watching? Please enlighten me. I don't know what you're talking about. What? So many people watching. What do you mean by that? You mean a TV show, or I don't understand. Are you trolling? I don't know what you mean. But anyways, back to the match. So the match itself, between Kofi Kingston, Rusev, Zack Ryder, and Jinder Mahal, all four of them did a tremendous job in this match. The one thing I need to point out though, that was fucking annoying me as fuck here. Big E, his bitch ass motherfucker, was pulling out pancakes out of his singlets and throwing it right to Corey Graves. He's kept taking out so many pancakes out of his singlet. It's fucking disgusting. And throwing it to Corey Graves. And before I move further, Byron Saxton once again let his pussy, his faggot ass, sissy's ass side of him out once again. Because before the match started, he said he wants this is Byron Saxton's own words, because he's a fucking pussy who loves booty from other men's booty. He said he wants some bootios. And yeah, I'm pretty sure what that means too. By the way, when it comes to New Day, with the bootio cereal. Yeah, of course, Byron Saxton, that pussy ass motherfucker, that faggot ass motherfucker wants some bootios. Another grown man's bootios, which bootios means they're another grown man's asshole. Kofi Kingston did the diving trust fall onto Jinder Mahal and Zack Ryder. Rusev was trying to go for a high flying move, but then all of a sudden, Samuel Sin was holding on to the foot of Rusev. By the way, I should mention too, Rusev is getting over again with these crowds, with loud Rusev Day chants. But back to the whole thing with Samuel Sin. He pulls the leg of Rusev, and then English confronts him. Big E and Xavier Woods comes out along there too. They're having a commotion, and referee decides to kick them all out, and good, get them all out. Especially those two mega faggot bitches, and Big E and Xavier Woods. So the match continues on, and like I said, 4 guys in the match were awesome, but the problem again is that I'm trying to get into this match, and then where you have Big E out there throwing fucking pancakes at Corey Graves. It's fucking stupid. But I'm glad they were out, so I could concentrate the other half of the match. So in the end, Rusev ends up going over on Kofi Kingston, making him tap out, and Rusev is your new normal contender against the WWE United States champion Bobby Roode, and it's going to set up for next week. So basically, we have 2 things set up for next week: Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Winner in that match gets to face WWE champion AJ Styles at Fastlane, a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. And next week we'll also get Rusev versus the WWE United States champion Bobby Roode for next week on SmackDown. For the United States Championship. So I would prefer at Fastlane, but whatever. But whatever. Yeah, let's move on. We had the Fashion Files segment with Breeze Dongo, The Ascension, along with Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. And basically, I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't care for it. I don't care about Fashion Files anymore. But Gable and Benjamin basically challenging Breeze Dongo, and we'll get to that later. But I was gonna say, so is this one? Is this one step? Is this one step of of burying Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin? But that didn't end up being the case though. But well, you never know what comes to WWE. But whatever, because keep in mind, you had Gable and Benjamin losing two straight falls against the Usos on at Royal Rumble. I don't understand why. I don't get it. But whatever. All right, the Usos. They cut a promo when it comes to locking down the tag team divisions. Day one ish. When it comes to SmackDown Live back in 2016. Yeah, I just want to mention. But anyways, but to be honest with you, it didn't actually start until 2017. Because the Usos they won the tag team belts. They won the SmackDown tag team belts during 2017. So, but they but whatever. Basically they talk about day one ish and all that. So, but here we go. So, the Usos are cutting a promo how they locked down the tag teams, and I don't know if everyone noticed it, which I'm pretty sure I did notice it if you watch the show. Every time they kept saying locked down, all of a sudden we see a bar, a prison bar basically closing the doors. Basically referencing how the Usos are, you know they locked down the tag team, the tag teams that they defeated. So they mentioned American Alpha locked down, American Alpha 2.0, which is Gable and Benjamin, locked down. The Hype Bros locked down. Breeze Dongle locked down. New Day locked down. Sheamus and Cesaro, the bar, which by the way they mentioned even though they're not on SmackDown, but they took care of them as Survivor Series when they beat them at Survivor Series during that whole Raw versus SmackDown thing, and they said lockdown. They talk about struggles, but and then they got to where they're at because they went through struggles and all that, and then they said they're the best tag teams in WWE, which I agree. I'll say they are one of the best tag teams because they look like a tag team. And then it says, "Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary," and the cars went, did the sing along by the way. So they basically said they got the tag team division locked down. When it comes to the SmackDown tag team division, doesn't matter if doesn't matter if it's about if you're Day, Bar, Shield, Alpha, Bro, whoever. They got the tag team locked down. And then all of a sudden, the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper, Roland, they showed up. Andre, new manager is. I'll get to when I do 205 live. Right now I'm doing SmackDown, so I'll get to when I get to this 205 live review. Which probably it's gonna be in this video. Just let you know. But yeah, Brush Bros they came out. They came out and they paid no attention to the Usos, and so we had a match. Um, so the Brush Brothers went against these jobber tag teams, and then they destroyed them, and yeah, they won. Brush Brothers wins once again. So I guess we're going to be seeing in the future, maybe close to WrestleMania season. Well, actually we are in the WrestleMania season, but yeah, when we get really close to WrestleMania, during those months. I think we'll be seeing the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos at WrestleMania. I mean, I think that's the signal. That's the signal that's selling that they're sending right now. But we'll see how when we get close to it. But I can't wait though. I cannot wait. Because the Bludgeon Brothers, formerly known as the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, they had matches before with the Usos. Imagine these two guys wrestling each other again, basically rehashing their 2014 rivalries. So, Daniel Bryan, he does us hold on a second. I gotta do. I got. If I gotta do. I got. If I gotta do this, I gotta do this right. Where is it? All right, here it is. So Daniel Bryan was backstage, and he was doing not just a promo, but a selfie promo. And he was like, yes, yes, yes. So here's what he said. He says, basically announcing, the official SmackDown top 10 list. And I'm gonna skip because I don't care about this. It's not gonna mean anything anyway. So I'm not gonna talk about that. I mean, Daniel Bryan, whatever. They just WWE just giving Daniel Bryan what they want him to say. So I don't care about this. I don't care to hear Daniel Bryan talk about a top 10 for SmackDown. All I care what comes to Daniel Bryan is to see him wrestle, which WWE will not let him wrestle. So fuck it. By the way, I think I saw a comment here from someone. Who was it? Oh, Andre. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania is good or bad? To me, it's bad, but I'm pretty sure to all the fans of Roman Reigns, it's gonna be good. But I don't care. WWE can do whatever they want now. I don't care about Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. We all know who's gonna win anyways. Reigns. Spoiler alert. Now let's get to Shane McMahon. He's on his phone on the phone, talking to someone, whoever he's talking to. Talking about he's very excited for Shinsuke Nakamura win the Rumble and everything. And like you better Shane McMahon. I'm just saying. But Ty Dillinger walks up. He says that he lost his opportunity at WrestleMania because I will have at the Royal Rumble because if you didn't see the Rumble, Ty Dillinger was supposed to be in the Rumble as number 10. He's the perfect 10. Just like he entered the Royal Rumble last year in 2017 as number 10. Am I annoying you? 10. But Ty Dillinger says he needs Shane McMahon to fix this and all that. Also, Baron Corbin walks up. He's asking him a question about how's it that Daniel Bryan is allowing Owens and Zayn to get an opportunity for the WWE Championship and all that. And Shane McMahon's like, well, I'll talk to Daniel Bryan about that, later on, which probably he never did. For those who didn't see the show. So also, Ty Dillinger interrupts Baron Corbin, and then Baron Corbin was being rude and all that. He's like, what, like, why are you still here and everything? And then Ty Dillinger is like, well, I'm still here, unlike your briefcase. They're like, oh yeah, that's right, because Baron Corbin used to be Money Bank briefcase holder because, and the whole thing with him losing the briefcase because John Cena played politics on them. Fuck John Cena, by the way. So basically, this main match, Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger, and we'll get to that later. But in the meantime, that was in the hour number 2. We're going into hour number 2, but this was the end of hour number 1. I meant to say. My apologies. So, 12 my wrestling for hour number 1 for SmackDown, 3 matches, which is good. Wait, was it 3? If I'm not mistaken, I thought it was 2. Oh no. I'm sorry, my fault. It was 2 matches actually. My fault. Two matches happened from hour number 1 for SmackDown. Because I forgot the match that Fatal 4 match was ran too long, which it was good. It was fine. And then the tag team match, which was a squash match by the Bludgeon Brothers. That was a short match, obviously. All right, so now let's get to hour number 2 for SmackDown. We get Renee Young interviewing Charlotte Flair. She's basically in the ring interviewing, and Charlotte Flair talks about how she wished she wasn't the women's champion. When it came to the first ever women's Royal Rumble, because she would love to be entering as number 3, like her dad was at WrestleMania. At Royal Rumble Royal Rumble 1992. Was probably what are the odds of that, by the way, if she was not the women's champion. And by the way, when she said that, I said to myself, no, I'm fine with you being women's champion because with you being women's champion, it's fine. With Natalya being women's champion, it would have been a fucking disaster. I would have been fucking miserable with Natalya being women's champion for that long, because she didn't do anything with the women's champion. Because the SmackDown Women's Championship, but still. But Charlotte Flair talks about how she would love to be in the ring with a couple of legends, and she's like at the same time, she's glad she's still the women's champion because she's talking about how the internet broke because Ronda Rousey showed up, and she says all she's gonna think about is that she wants to go to WrestleMania, as women's champion to face. Basically, she was gonna say who she wants to face at WrestleMania, but all of a sudden, um, by basically, let me see. Basically, she would talking about how she would love to face someone at WrestleMania, but she didn't get a chance to say it or who she wants to face at WrestleMania, because we get the Riot Squad showing up. So Ruby Riot talks about how Charlotte Flair's got an ego like her father does, and she thinks that she thinks that of course Charlotte Flair thinks that she would have won the Rumble because because she's entitled and everything, and she talks about how how original Charlotte Flair is because she only is what she is because she's a cheap impression of Ric Flair. So then, basically the Riot Squad gets in the ring. They surround Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair was like, "Are you done?" And she goes, "Woo!" You know. So then Charlotte Flair fights all three of them. Of course, because she's Super Charlotte Flair, super Charlotte, Supergirl. So then all of a sudden, the Riot Squad gets back in the ring, and Charlotte Flair fights them off again. But then she gets beaten down. Basically it didn't last long. The Riot Squad just beat down Charlotte Flair. So they leave the ring. All of a sudden we hear Carmella's music. And for those who don't remember about Carmella, she's the winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase when it comes to this, to get an opportunity for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So she runs down with the referee, and we're about to get a cash in. And the crowds were going nuts, by the way. And I say to myself, oh, fuck no, fuck this. Carmella, who's been losing all of her matches while she was on the winner of the briefcase, they're gonna have her cashing on Charlotte Flair, like really. So all of a sudden, referee's talking to the ring announcer, which is Greg Hamilton. Carmella sees Charlotte getting back up. Carmella going to kick Charlotte Flair, but then misses and kicks the referee instead. So because of that, Charlotte Flair was slowly getting back up, slowly recovering. Carmella was like, "What are you doing, referee? Get up, and everything." And Carmella realized that, Charlotte Flair's back up on her feet, and she's like, "Nope, nope." She's not going to cash in. She takes the briefcase, and she was gone. Fuck. That was fucking. That was fucking atrocious there. So then we get to Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. They're backstage. Basically, Nakamura is warming up, and then Styles walks in and tells Nakamura is out on what's the plan tonight. And then Nakamura says he basically kept saying he's gonna beat you. Nakamura kept saying to Styles, "I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania." And Styles is like, oh, no, he's like, I'll talk about tonight. The match between Owens and Zayn. He's like, "I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania." And then Styles is like, "Oh, are you messing with me?" And then Styles is like, "I'm gonna beat you." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just messing with you." So that was funny. But yeah, that was a little comedy relief there. So I enjoyed that. Anything with Styles and Nakamura, I will enjoy that. Now before we get to this match between Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin, we get Renee Young interviewing Carmella. Carmella basically said that she's like the time was wasted, right? And she's noting that she broke her nail. That's her excuse why she didn't cash in, because she broke her nail. Stupid. I don't give a fuck. She better not successfully cash in. If WWE wants her to be women's champion, she needs to win her matches. Which, by the way, she has not been winning any of her matches. So fuck Carmella. She's a fucking loser. Anyways, let's get to this match. Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. Match still pretty decent. And then they did the picture-on-picture commercial break type of thing. The commercial show the screen there, and then on this side of the left top side of the screen of your TV set, they show the match. So that's the picture-on-picture commercial that they do every time. So we get back from it. Yeah, they're wrestling for a good 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, Baron Corbin gets the win with the end of days. And yeah, I guess like I said, it was a decent match. So not to complain about it. So whatever, it is what it is. Ty Dillinger's not going anywhere. Baron Corbin's not going anywhere. They're both done. Next we get to another Salty promo. Salty promo from Rusev. He's like, Rusev Day, next week, new Nazis champion. Then Bobby Roode cuts a promo. This time he didn't. This time wasn't a Salty promo, by the way. But Bobby Roode had someone, using his phone to record him because on the week of Rusev Day, it's going to be glorious when he beats him at to retain his United States Championship. So then we get to a backstage segment. A backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They talk about how basically they're having little tensions with each other backstage. They were basically sitting there quietly and everything, and the Zayn says that it's good news that one of us is going to face WWE champion AJ Styles at Fastlane, and then Owens kept saying, basically Kevin Owens kept saying, "Yep," like he agrees with him. He says, but to point out that Zayn could fail next week, and then Zayn points out that Owens could fail at Sunday. Basically, they're drawing some tensions between Owens and Zayn. Basically, they're gonna break them up pretty soon, which I don't like, by the way. But it is what it is with WWE. WWE is not gonna do a long-term tag team. They never do, because WWE, and when I say WWE, I mean Vince McMahon. He's not a fan of tag team. It's just the truth. It's the facts. Just like he's not a fan of women's wrestling. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin defeat Breeze Dongle. Moving on. Match itself, whatever. I didn't care for the match. Main event time. We get the... One second, before we get to that. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, so we get to the tag team match, which is a main event. It's the WWE champion AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So the match happens. Pretty good start of the match. All of a sudden, we get some tensions between Owens and Zayn, because Zayn was supposed to be in the corner, and Owens was upset with that. Like, what are you doing? Get in your corner, Tom, and all that. And Zayn was like, you know what? You're on your own. And then he comes back. Basically, when we say he's on his own, he walks away. Commercial break. Come back from commercial break. Owens is doing this on his own, while Zayn is standing on the stage. And the match continues on. Match is point. Starting off good, and it stayed good, by the way. It wasn't bad at all. Wasn't brought down to like it's slowing down. No, it was good from the start and all the way to the end. So Zayn comes back to break up the count because Owens and the guys about to lose. So basically, we get more tension between Owens and Zayn, because this could lead to the next week when it comes to Owens versus Zayn, where that match gets to face Styles for the championship at Fastlane. So Owens is saying, they're doing hard attacks to each other and all that, and basically bickering back and forth. All of a sudden, Styles, I believe it was Styles. Let me double check here. Yeah, Styles. He grabs Owens from behind, makes him run into Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn goes off the apron, rolls him up, but Owens kicks out. And Zayn was upset with that. And Zayn was like, "Are you kidding me?" And Owens was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And all of a sudden, Zayn's like, "You know what? You do it on your own." And this time he left for good. And Kevin Owens did it on his own. And unfortunately, Kevin Owens was not lucky, because at the end of the day, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, they won. But Shinsuke pinning Kevin Owens after the Kinshasa. After the match, they go backstage where they interviewing Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn basically Sami Zayn says that Owens had a lot of opportunities. He became Intercontinental champion. He became United States champion. He became the Universal champion. And he's like, this time is no longer Owens' time. It's now Sami's time, and he's going to beat Owens to go to Fastlane to face the WWE champion AJ Styles. So yeah, and that was it. That was it for the show. Now, Total My Wrestling for hour number 2. 3 matches. And the Total My Wrestling for SmackDown overall, when it comes to SmackDown Live from January 30th, 2018. 5 matches. that was a total number for the matches. So, my overall story for the show, when it comes to SmackDown after the Rumble, which that's what I'm calling it. But when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna change the title of it. But yeah, my overall story for the show, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I thought the show was pretty good, better than Raw. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, now folks, let's get to the next review. Because YouTube, welcome everyone to the WWE 205 live review. The show from January 30th, 2018. All right, let's get to the show. Now, when it comes to the show for 205 Live, they're going to announce the first ever general manager for 205 Live. SmackDown was okay, just like Raw. Gino, okay, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed those two shows, but in my opinion, Raw to me was, I mean, I'm not saying Raw was bad. I mean, I did enjoy the show for what it was, but the one thing I didn't enjoy when it comes to Raw is Cena beating Finn Balor in the main event. That was bullshit. But whatever. Fuck John Cena. Fuck him for life, and fuck Roman Reigns too. But if you guys like them, if you guys like the Cena Reigns, more power to you. That's you guys just being fans of those guys for whatever our reason. But anyways, when it comes to 205 Live from January 30th, 2018, Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph on commentary. So yeah, Nigel McGuinness is back on commentary. For those who don't know, Nigel McGuinness was a little ill this past weekend. He was supposed to be at the Takeover event, from Philadelphia, but he was ill, so it had to be a two-man gang. I mean, a two-man commentator during that night. Mauro Ranallo and Percy Watson. And I think he was supposed to be also, for the Royal Rumble for the pre-show when it comes to the 205 Live wrestlers. But because he was ill, they decided to have Corey Graves and Byron Saxton there. Now, if Nigel McGuinness was well, he probably would have been on commentary with Corey Graves and Vic Joseph. Byron Saxton would not have lay his hands on those on that match. No, but whatever. But yeah, but Nigel McGuinness is now back, so it was good. The same place, by the way, Philadelphia. So we get Daniel Bryan coming out first, and he didn't come alone. He brought with him Rockstar Spud. And y'all know this. Y'all know this means when it comes to Rockstar Spud. It means he's going to be the But let's go through this first. So Daniel Bryan announces that, for 205 Live, when it comes to the cruiserweights, he was part of the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, which was back in 2016. One of the best commentaries and the most exciting tournament he's ever been in, where he commentate with Mauro Ranallo. Yeah, I was fixing up here. So, and then he talks about that we need a general manager now when it comes to the 205 Live, where it comes also for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. So he introduces them. Before I move on, you got the crowds chanting for Rockstar Spud. They were saying Spud, Spud, Spud. So Daniel Bryan introduces not Rockstar Spud's name, Drew Maverick. I think that's his real name, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Rockstar Spud's real name, I think it's Drew Maverick. I think that's his real name. Drew, I'm sorry, not Drew. Drake. I meant to say Drake Maverick. Now I don't know if that's really his real name, but I got look that up though. But yeah, he's not called Rockstar Spud. But they didn't the commentators didn't mention that he was known as Rockstar Spud. They said formerly known as Rockstar Spud, and they say his name. Again, Drake Maverick is the new general manager for 205 Live. And again, But I think I mentioned too when Danny Bryan mentions was his name's gonna be, the crowds booed. Now I mean not a lot of them booed, but they booed at the fact that he's not called Ross Strauss, but they booed the fact that he's called Maverick. Drake Maverick. Just in case I'm not saying it right. So, but yeah, so Drake Maverick, he talks about he's gonna make 205 Live better, make it 205 Live great, and he talks about how he's gonna handle the WWE Cruiserweight Championship situation. And I talked about this before, from last week, that what they could do is a tournament, and is exactly what he's doing. So it's going to be a 6-man tournament to crown a new Cruiserweight champion at WrestleMania. So he says the tournament will begin tonight. You know, so we get to the first round of the match. Cedric Alexander versus Grand Metalik, and they talk about how Ross Strauss well, Drake Maverick. We can't call him Ross Strauss we can't call him Ross Strauss anymore. But yeah, Drake Maverick. But Drake Maverick says also not just Cedric Alexander versus Grand Metalik is going to be the first round. The other first round for this tournament is going to be Tyler Bate versus TJP, and we'll get to that later. So before the match, here we go. Before the match, my name is Cedric Alexander, and I'm doing a salty promo. It's mine, and I won't let go. Another salty promo. What the hell? I like the name. If he was a wrestler, it would make sense to keep the name Ross Strauss. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I mean, I don't mind the name. I don't mind the name. I don't mind the name. I think the name is alright. But yeah. Of course, what you expect though is WWE. You know, not you though. Gino. I meant to a couple of the fans that are booing that they're not calling Ross Strauss. But I mean, what you expect is WWE. WWE is always going to change their names. Not everyone that comes to WWE is going to have the same names. But when it came to AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Austin Aries, CM Punk, they were different. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say here. They were different. Oh yeah, Adam Cole, Bobby Roode. At one point, James Storm. Because James Storm. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So at one point, James Storm used to be in WWE NXT. So. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I don't mind the name. The name is good. So yeah, Drake Maverick. All right. So as far as the match between Cedric Alexander and Grand Metalik, also before the match too, the Lucha Spirits, which is obviously Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado, and Grand Metalik. So Raja Spud walks up to them and says to Grand Metalik, "This is your time. This is your opportunity. Go out there and show me what you got." So we get to the first round, and the match is between Cedric Alexander and Grand Metalik, back and forth, fast-paced type of match, and it slowed down a little bit, because of the rest holds and all that, but it started picking up after that, and keep in mind this is the first round the first match of the first round for this tournament, and it was off to a good start, folks. It was nothing about wrestling, except there was promos afterwards too and all, but still, but I'll get to that later. So while they're battling and everything, doing all these high flying moves and all that, and doing these fast paced, quick type of moves, all of a sudden we get the crowd starting a 205 live chant. There was like 205, 205. I'm like, okay, I'm hearing a couple of them saying that. And then it all started to building up. The chance started building up a little bit more. Like holy shit! Hell yeah, keep this up, man, keep this up. So yeah, I was happy. Because it's a damn shame that these cruiserweights can't get over. The way they can get over. like they did back in the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, because WWE has done so much damage for them since they had it brought into the main roster on Raw. When it comes to the Raw Cruiserweights and all that, and that's WWE's fault. That's Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn's fault for having those type of creative controls for of a killing of what the Cruiserweights was about from the first start. But in the end, basically a couple of false finishes from both guys, and in the end, Cedric Alexander gets the win with the lumbar check, and yeah, so Cedric Alexander moves on to the second round of the tournament. So awesome. Which, by the way, Cedric Alexander is my pick to win. Next we get to Tyler Bate. They do a video package about Tyler Bate, when it comes to him being part of the WWE United Kingdom Championship tournament. That he won the United, he became the first ever WWE United Kingdom champion, and had an amazing match against Pete Dunne from Takeover Chicago, which won match of the year for NXT. And now Tyler Bate is part of this tournament, and he's looking forward to become the first the next cruiserweight champion, I meant to say. Now we get to the gentleman Jack Gallagher with his own self-deep promo. I'm the gentleman Jack Gallagher, and we got a gentleman in Rockstar Spud, Drake Maverick, as the general manager. I hate these self-deep promos, folks. I hate it. But Drake Maverick, he confronts some staff worker, explains to him, basically talking to him about he can't wait for the finals to show up at WrestleMania. When it comes to crown the first ever cruiserweight to crown the new cruiserweight champion, I meant to say. And then Drew Gulak shows up. He basically had a bouquet of roses for Rockstar Spud, and he's like, he's got confidence in him to make 205 Live better, a better 205 Live, because when it comes to the no fly zone, no chance, and whatever else that he does PowerPoints presentations and all that, and he walks away. So Rockstar Spud, he's looking at the bouquet of flowers and all that. He's looking at the staff worker who's still standing there. He's like smiling at him like, here, and he walks away. Bobby, when it comes to Rockstar Spud, who's now being called Drake Maverick, he's very entertaining. If you guys never seen him in Impact Wrestling, and also when it was where it was once called TNA, very entertaining. He's very funny, likable guy, and I'm glad to see him do well. By the way, he had a nice suit, by the way, like he always does. He always got a nice suit. I remember those custom-made suits that he wore in Impact Wrestling. It was I thought it was very original of Rockstar Spud wearing those type of suits. That look like he's wearing it's like he's wearing a pajama suit. It's funny. But he make it work. But the suit he was wearing, I thought looked great on him, and also he's wearing the bow tie like he always does. So we get to Mustafa Ali. He goes for a sit-down interview. A sit-down promo, I meant to say. And this time he didn't do a selfie. This time he was just sitting down, talking about how last week match against Cedric Alexander was great. And he said, and he's like hearing this is awesome chant, and then he's like, but then he lost. He said that wasn't awesome, but he also said it was a wake-up call, because he gets another opportunity to be in this tournament where he can learn from that mistake, whatever mistake that he's pointed out against Cedric Alexander, that he can become the next cruiserweight champion. So we'll see. Next we get to Dasha. She interviews TJP. First they show TJP first, and they slowly show the camera to who's interviewing him. It was Dasha, and she was smiling. Not one of those fake smiles. Basically, she didn't do any fake smiles this time, which I was hoping she would. That I could do an impersonation of it, but yeah, she was smiling though. But look at she was actually having look at she was in a good mood. So, but yeah, she talks about basically ask TJP a question that you were the first ever cruiserweight champion and all that, and like, no, he's not. He was not the first ever WWE cruiserweight champion. Now it would have made more sense, or it would have been way better if they would have said that TJP won the first ever Cruiserweight Classic tournament. No, TJP is not the first ever Cruiserweight champion. So TJP, by the way, it wasn't that show that 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 mentioned that TJP wanted her to mention that, which I think is stupid. But yeah, he's talking about he's his opportunity to become a cruiserweight champion. Just like he won the cruiserweight classic tournament that he won, and then also in Drew, I'm not Drew, Drake Drake Maverick, he interrupts him, talks about how TJP he won the cruiserweight classic to become the cruiserweight champion, and he talks about that this tournament is a restart for you, that where you could win the belt. But his thing. He's like, is he going to see the TJP that won the tournament, to become the cruiserweight champion, or is he going to see the TJP who's whining, complaining, and all that? So he's like, we'll see later on, and we'll get to that. And that was it. Akira Tozawa, you know, you know, Akira Tozawa. He's in a suit. He's like, he's disappointed that he's not the general manager of 205 Live. He says, but, oh, I forgot to mention, Akira Tozawa was doing a salty promo. He's like this: I'm upset that I didn't get the job of being 205 Live general manager, but I'm glad to be in this tournament. And and when he becomes when he becomes the cruiserweight champion, he's gonna be like, "You're a fire" to some staff worker there, and he's walking like this man like this. Well, he was funny though. Akira Tozawa, he was being funny, but I hate these selfie promos. I hate it. Now let's get to the tournament. The first round of the second match for the tournament. Yeah, so we get the second match for round one of this tournament. TJP versus Tyler Bate. So they're going at it. These two back and forth, by the way, back and forth action, fast pace. TJP at one point was doing a wrestle to Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate was feigning a knee injury. Favoring the knee injury, which means not real injury. Just selling the knee injury. We get a "Let's Go Tyler" chant. That's right there that these fans do not give a they don't care about about TJP. They care more about Tyler Bate than they do of TJP, which is pathetic too. Because TJP, TJ Perkins, he's good. The problem is his personality, his charisma in WWE sucks. It's just, and Tyler Bate, what comes to Tyler Bate, Mustache Mountain, and waving, and also being a great wrestler, a great UK wrestler to say the least. Tyler Bate, he's a better wrestler than TJP, but yeah, these two are going at it and all that. Like I said, back and forth action, a couple of false finishes. Even TJP's where it comes to the false submission move. It's false submission finish. I meant to say, with the knee bar on the Tyler Bate, because Tyler Bate again was favoring the knee injury. But Tyler Bate, not Tyler Bate. I don't know why that word came out. Tyler Bate was outperforming TJP, and then in the end, TJP goes for a roll up, pulls the tights, and gets the win. So he advances to the second round. Like, damn it, what? Why? Really? Tyler Bate has to lose? TJP, really? Holy shit, man. Talk about not giving the fans what they wanted. But sure enough, lo and behold, this is WWE. They never give us what we want. Unbelievable. TJP, really? But anyways, so that was that. But after the match, by the way, they made an announcement for next week for the first round to continue between Kalisto versus Lindsay Dorado, and the other match that's goes for next week is Hideo Itami versus Roderick Strong. that match, folks, is going to be good. But it's fucking bullshit that Roderick Strong is going to be conditioned to being a fucking cruiserweight. Fuck that. Roderick Strong deserves better to be in the cruiserweights. He deserves better to be in the 205 Live. He deserves to be a mid-carder when it comes to either in the Con Championship or the United States Championship, or better yet, when he gets, or maybe too close to being a main eventer for a World Championship. This is fucking bullshit. Really, Roderick Strong going to be in the cruiserweights? I get it. He's got the embodiment, and he is compared to be the next Dean Malenko. But come on, Roderick Strong deserves better than a cruiserweight championship. He deserves the main event spot. He deserves, or not yet though. When it comes to the main roster, whenever he gets that call, he deserves to be at the mid card. But no, he's going to be in cruiserweights. Ridiculous. It's even ridiculous that you got Hideo Itami, Kenta, in the cruiserweights too. This is why Austin Aries. No, actually, Austin Aries was actually he was released by WWE. Which, by the way, how could you release Austin Aries? You mean to tell me you got nothing for Austin Aries? So your suggestion of for not having anything for Austin Aries is to let him go. But whatever. Same thing with let me throw this in. Basically, what I'm trying to say about Austin Aries, he doesn't deserve to be in 205 Live. He deserves to be in the mid card, or at least to be in the main event scene, because he deserves that. Same thing with Neville. He deserves to be either in the mid card or in the main event scene of the WWE, because him being in the cruiserweights is bullshit too. But whatever. But yeah, that was the show, folks. Total Wrestling for 205 Live was 2 matches. Because they can't do more than 2 matches because the other half they did was one of the Mixed Match Challenge. So, Gino, I agree. Strong is above a cruiserweight. Finn Balor should be in this. Wait. If they going to put somebody like Roderick in it. Okay. So yeah, basically you're saying you agree with me about Roger Strong should not be in the cruiserweights. He's above that. That's true. Finn Balor should be in it. I disagree with that one though. But in a respectful way, Finn Balor deserves better what he's getting. I mean, for crying out loud, they just had Finn Balor lose to Cena. Not to mention they had also lose to Reigns a year ago, and having lose to Kane. 50-year-old man Kane. I mean, what the hell's going on with WWE booking Finn Balor like this? He just had one of the best matches on WWE against AJ Styles at TLC. And then they have him. They did this whole thing with Finn Balor, with Anderson and Gallows doing that the click hand gesture from Raw 25 with DX, also with Scott Hall, as Razor Ramon, but he wasn't dressed like Razor Ramon, which I think that was weird that they had him look like Razor Ramon. Basically, that and also with Finn Balor lasting longer in the Rumble, his first ever Rumble he's ever been in, for lasting about 54 minutes, and then the next night he just loses to Cena. Fucking bullshit. But anyways, folks, my apologies for that. I get fired up like that. So yeah, but that's something you gotta get used to when you watch my videos. But like I said, to my wrestling, for this it was two matches. So my overall strength for the show, match itself. I mean, the 2 matches that they had here was good, and there was a couple of promos there that segments too. I did enjoy those segments, by the way. I did enjoy TJP, by the way. I don't care about TJP. I'm not saying that I hate him. I just he's nothing to me. Is Pete Dunne in the tournament? I don't know. To be honest with you, Gino. They didn't show the brackets, which I thought was weird. I mean, think about this. If they wanted to do the tournament, because it was pretty obvious, that I suggested that last week on here that they should do a tournament. I mean, if they were planning to do a tournament, for for a week prior coming to the show, when they make a, they would have, when they had showed us the list of the wrestlers, of these cruiserweights, who's gonna be in this match, they didn't show that. They didn't even show that. Which I'm thinking to myself, WWE are like they probably don't even know who to put in there. Because think about it, there's not that much cruiserweights on 205 Live. Let's be honest with you. Um, it just goes to show you that WWE didn't think this through. They have a week to think about this. They have a week to put these cruiserweights into the tournament, and they didn't do it because if they did have time, yeah, if they did have plenty of time to do that, they would show the brackets on that show. There was no brackets. I don't get it. This company, I don't understand. I don't understand how this company is operating. But whatever. But yeah, did I mention 8 out of 10 for the show for 205 Live? But in case I didn't, I'll let you. That's my overall story. 8 out of 10. To me, SmackDown and 205 Live was better than Raw this week. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that Raw was a bad show. The Raw show I thought was decent. Let you know, or solid. So, but it's nowhere near better than SmackDown or 205 Live in my opinion. I mean, how could it be when you have fuckboy Buckethead beat Finn Balor in that main event, which by the way, Cena was fucking garbage in that match. What else is new with John Cena? He's always been garbage. So, that being said, folks, I'm done. That was your review for SmackDown and 205 Live from January 30th, 2018. So, that being said, I'm going to end it from here. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., the Natural Born Driller. Please subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. The choice is yours and yours alone. You have your own opinions to, how you feel about this review. So, that being said, thank you all for watching, and you all have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow night when it comes to the NXT review. So you all take care, peace on the streets, and you all have a good night. Take care. And for those with the comments, thank you for the like comments, and you guys have a good night.